Hey y'all, hey lovers. Welcome to Sacred Soulmates. I am your goddess Euphoria. This is a channel where we celebrate sacred divine love, and that begins within with the union of the masculine and the feminine within yourself. Only once you achieve that balance can you walk on a plane of existence that is rooted in love. And once you're rooted in love, only then can you attract from outside of yourself the love, the divine love that you seek to have in whatever your divine masculine, your divine feminine, whatever is going to complete that circuit outside of yourself. It has to come from a love that is already lit within yourself. As such, I read on the chakra points from the crown to the root chakra. I know that there are other chakra points, but we keep it mainstream so everybody can get some. And at the crown of this reading, we have forgiveness. Right now, you may be thinking about somebody who you think or who you think you may need to forgive, or you may have these kind of teeter-tottering feelings of forgiveness about this person, or there may be something where you're too readily forgiving, and that may be unhealthy, so you're trying to check yourself about that, or you're being just nudged or urged to forgive someone because it's something that you need to get past. It's kind of like I'm getting like a precipice energy, like you're at the beginning of something new, or you're like right there on the edge, on the cutting edge, on the leading edge. Somebody may listen to Abraham Hicks like law of attraction type videos, or you're getting deeper into your manifestation and stuff like that. But you may feel like you're right on the edge of something, you're right on the precipice, or you're closing up a chapter of life. We are about to move into a new year, so it could just be that resolutions, people are starting to think about things that they want to change in their life. Some people have already begun to make those changes, so just take it as it applies. But forgiveness may be a theme right now that's at the top of your mind, because you know that you need to let some things go in order to move into a new life. So it's kind of like, what is it that is needing to be let go of? And you may have some feelings of insecurity about what'll happen once you let those things go. But it's like there's an energy that's present that is urging you with that rhino spirit here is all of the protection that you need. Everything is going to work itself out. Everything is going to unfold in a way that protects you if you just have that kind of childlike heart to just let things be. And also is giving that forgiveness doesn't have to be something that is so deep and so dramatic and, melodrama. It don't have to be all of that. You don't even have to have the conversation or get closure from anybody. You don't have to keep ruminating over something to try to figure out, what your next move should be, or how do you bring about closure to a situation. You can just decide to just up and let it go and let it work out the way it's going to work out. So these are all kind of spiritual downloads that I'm getting right now. As we move into the third eye chakra, we have strength. So it's like the strength of mind. And with this forgiveness card, I was talking about just achieving balance and stuff at the beginning of the reading. And a lot of that balance that you're going to have moving into the next stage of your life, you'll get it from just letting something go. And that's forgiveness in itself. Like I said, you don't have to go and have all these long conversations. And, if you know you've wronged somebody, yes, then you need to, you can confess that. But the best apology is changed behavior. And if you're apologizing to yourself for something, because I'm getting that, I'm hearing I still ain't forgave myself. Somebody may have been listening to that recently. Somebody may also feel like you've been a targeted individual. Like you feel like people come after you for no reason. You don't be doing nothing to nobody. You don't be messing with nobody. And people go out of their way to like hurt or harm you, violate you, overstep your boundaries in that way. And you may have some type of like guilt within yourself, or you kind of blame yourself for allowing people to overstep your boundaries. And forgiveness is going to be a big thing. Forgiving yourself first and foremost is the way that you achieve balance. Because again, with this third eye chakra being represented by strength, is like strength of mind. Your ability to think through a situation, your ability to remain calm and grounded is what is going to take you into that next level of life. That whatever that precipice energy that I was feeling, like you're thinking about moving into a new place, you could literally be moving to a new place or moving into a new relationship, or just closing up the chapter on a relationship. So you're moving into a new chapter of your life. Again, we're moving into a new year. So whatever it is that you have planned is like remaining firm and rooted in your beliefs and in whatever it is that you want to do with your life. But just being okay with letting something go, not losing yourself if you let something go. Having a strong mind. It's like you may have some desires of a lower nature. Like some things may be kind of like, I'm getting like monkey on my back. Like I'm trying to get the monkey off my back. Like it's a mental thing. Something or someone is a mental thing. So some relationship that may be again, I was talking about somebody urging you to want to forgive them. And right now I feel like I'm talking in circles. So it could be a person where you never felt like you could get really through to that person, or you look back on it and you don't even understand, like, what was the purpose, what was the point of what we were going through, or why did I spend so much time. It may feel like you were coming out of a situation or a relationship that felt like a time suck, and as you are on the leading edge now, like on the precipice of like pulling yourself completely out of that situation, the forgiveness is more about forgiving yourself than even forgiving that person. Really, forgiving yourself is what sets you free. It don't matter, because you don't have to forgive somebody for something that's true. Like if somebody's an ancient person, it don't matter if you say that you forgive them. If they ain't shit still to this day, then they just ain't shit still to this day. Or if somebody was like gaslighting you, or stringing you along, then that's something that they still do. So whether or not you forgive them, that's still that person's energy. So my version of forgiveness is like being able to just forgive that person over to whatever energy they were in that caused them to behave the way that they were behaving. And the real forgiveness is about forgiving yourself. And I think that with that forgiveness card being at the crown chakra, you are receiving the enlightenment. It could be just from watching this video, but you're receiving things, notions, signs, information, symbols. You're getting what it is that you need to be able to piece together the purpose. You're being enlightened by whatever it is that you experienced. So now you have a strong mind. The signs that are all coming together that help you understand why it was that you needed to be in that situation, it's helping you to believe more in yourself. It's also helping to strengthen you up so that you don't feel like, oh, well, I'm such a fool, I'm so weak, I don't understand why I did this, or why I allowed that person to do this and do that to me. It's like somebody is stepping out of a self-victimizing position. Even though you were in a position where you probably were victimized, you don't feel like you were a victim, because you're getting like the bigger picture. I'm gonna say it that way. With the strength in the third eye position, you're seeing the bigger picture. You're getting clarity right now about why things had to happen the way that they had to happen, about why circumstances had to be the way that they were, so that you could become the person that you are becoming right now. And that is you now on the leading edge. It's like you now on the precipice of everything that you could ever want out of this life, because you had to kind of go within and understand your journey thus far. In the throat chakra, we have the Four of Coins. This is the the going within, being able to have a conversation within yourself, being able to speak within yourself, the union of the masculine and feminine within yourself, so that you see the value within yourself. It's a lot of positive self-talk. Somebody has been in a place of really just, I don't know, if you're writing down affirmations. Again, it's that energy of like Abraham Hicks, law of attraction, manifestation rituals, affirmations, things like that, where you're just getting really narrow tunnel vision almost about what it is that you want for yourself, but you're starting to value yourself more, and you're putting up these boundaries, strong boundaries, where you don't allow people to just talk to you however they want to talk to you. You speak up for yourself now. You may find yourself responding to things in a way that you've never responded to things before. And this is all a part of helping you understand why you had to go through what you went through. It's like just saying it as it is, like somewhere along the way it may have felt that you failed, or a relationship failed, or a job opportunity failed, or something failed. It could have been just in the year 2025. You may have felt like you fell off, or you fell back from somebody. It's that type of energy that's here with forgiveness. And for that F, like a F letter grade, you could have like literally failed a class, or you felt like you were just failing yourself, or somebody wanted you to feel like a failure. Whatever it is, that energy is there. I'm also hearing like fallen angels. I have a thing about that, like how could humans call somebody a fallen angel when humans don't even be knowing who they are themselves? It's just humans, you lack understanding of what that angel is. So to you it looked like it's fallen. In that same lane, like somebody may have treated you as if you were less than, not understanding who you really were to them. And they could be the one wanting forgiveness, or you could have treated yourself less than, and now you are having to forgive yourself for allowing people to also mistreat you, because really you have to train people on how to treat you. But whatever it is, whatever realizations are coming to you at this time, they're super valuable. and they're valuable because it's something that you can control. You can control how you treat yourself. You can't control how other people try to treat you, but you can control what you allow them to do. You can limit their access to you if they're not treating you right. If you can't change that person's behavior, you can change how much access they have to you. And this is the energy of somebody finally doing the things that are good for you're doing the things that are good for you in a way that allows you to attract better relationships. You're doing the things that are good for you in a way that allows other people to mirror back to you the way that you love on yourself. But it took a lot of uncomfortable positions, the hangman in the heart position. It took a delay of fulfillment. I'm getting like you were in a relationship where it's just like you always felt like, oh, you so close, but not fast enough. Can't get it. Or somebody tried to make you feel that like, oh, you're so close, but no cigar, or almost, you just need to almost, and they would keep moving the goalpost. And in that time that you spent kind of chasing this goalpost, it's like you may have felt like a failure, or somebody was doing that on purpose, trying to make you feel like a failure. And you're having to forgive yourself for not recognizing earlier what they were doing, or you're having to forgive yourself for what you may have felt was degrading to you at the time. Like if you look back and think how you were, maybe you were in a state of forgiveness, or maybe you were in a place where you just kind of let people play on your top a little bit more than they should have been able to, and then you'll like feel dumb about it. Or that's what somebody wanted you to do. They wanted you to look back on how they had treated you, and you feel bad about yourself or feel dumb. But it's somebody here is like, no, I don't feel bad about myself, or you shouldn't feel bad about yourself, because all of these experiences, they're just teaching you. They're teaching you how people move. They're teaching you people's patterns. I'm getting like a supreme pattern recognition because you were in this place of like, I'm seeing like the upside down in Stranger Things, because somebody had you in this place where they were kind of upside down. Boy, you turn to me inside out, round and round, like somebody had you all over the place. Or you kept getting into relationships where people would have you all over the place. They just have you going, just have you spinning. I'm never spinning top, floating around till I drop. Oh, but what am I to do? My mind is in the whirlpool. Give me a little hope. One small thing to please you. You got me going in circles. Somebody had you going in circles. Oh, round and round I go. You keep going and going and going until you get tired out, and then you just topple over. And that's kind of like what somebody wanted you to do. They wanted you to just topple over so that they would have complete control over you. That's the only way that they would have felt comfortable, is to have that complete control over you. But you would not have been comfortable. You would have had to shrink yourself basically to fit into their puzzle the way that they wanted you to fit into their life. And that's a personal problem. People like that, they have their own issues. They have to be humbled, because that's like a spirit. That's an ugly spirit that people have, where they feel like they need to manipulate and gaslight and send you all around the place, and you know, this, that, and the other, into a whirlwind just so that they can get you to submit to them. That's a spirit that they have to deal with. And what you have to do is give people over to that spirit. Whatever entity they have control over people that cause them to behave like that in relationships, like the karmic twin flames and stuff like that, you have to forgive them over to that energy, and you have to walk free. And I'm getting that somebody is starting to understand that. You're starting to really digest that in a way that is edifying to your spirit. It's not like you realizing it and being like, dang, man, they played me. Dang, I feel stupid. That's what they wanted you, or that's how they thought it was going to go. But that's a projection, because people like that, they feel like that within themselves. That's why they feel like they have to do all of that just to get you to submit to them. That's where all the mind games and stuff come from, because people feel like low within. They don't feel like they're enough within themselves. So they feel like they have to do all of that in order to get you to submit. You, with these cards here, especially with that strength in the third eye perspective, it's like, I'm not feeling that from you. I'm feeling a lot of self-worth. I'm feeling that you are pulling out the gems from your experiences. All the time that somebody spent trying to keep you in a state of unknowing, or trying to keep you, I guess, out of the loop, or that kept moving the goalpost. All it was doing was just teaching you. You were recognizing the patterns. You were informing yourself. You were becoming mentally stronger. Like the whole time somebody keep playing on your top is like becoming stronger. You're like, oh, okay. So I feel like it got to a point where you just started watching a person, and they was really in character, really showing their ass, like really trying to manipulate you, and you just sitting there watching them, and they don't even know that you have clicked into full awareness of what's going on, but they still think they, I'm gonna do this to this person, I'm gonna do that. You know how dumb a person looks when they think that they gaming you, and the whole time you watching them knowing what they doing? It's like that type of energy. So it's like the enlightenment is what is providing you the ability to forgive yourself for what you went through. It's like, because you have been educated by your experiences with these karmic twin flame relationships, it's like you can't help but to feel good about yourself, because you be like, yeah, you may have made a fool of me a few times, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. It ain't gonna be a third time. By the third time somebody went to do their big hurrah, it's like you was already waiting on them, you was already looking at them like, I see what you're doing, that's crazy. And I'm getting that you were able to get fulfillment out of that with the solar plexus chakra. You have the 9 of baskets. It was like by the third time that they thought that they was finna play on your top, you was ready for their ass. I'm hearing like little Kevin from Home Alone. When those guys come back, I'll be ready. That's when the little montage music start playing and you start setting up your booby traps and stuff. It's like that part of the movie Home Alone. We still kind of in that Christmas season. It's like when they tried to come back around and do that third big one, like you was ready for their ass that time, and that is giving you a sense of fulfillment. It's like it's helping you feel light about your experiences. That is I'm getting, what is it called, a salve, like the old school remedies. People would concoct stuff and they'll rub it on rashes and stuff. I think it's SALVE, salve, something like Salvation Army. Somebody may be thrifting right now, or you had a army or a team of protectors, ancestral spirit guides or something that were around you, that were waking you up and kind of helping you have a soft landing. Somebody wanted to do their big one to you and like really try to break you down or like hurt your feelings, especially around this Christmas season, like really trying to like make you feel left out or make you feel like, you're not good enough, or to break you down in the season of perpetual hope. This is the season of perpetual hope. That's another Home Alone reference. The name Kevin could be relevant. Being left home alone could be relevant. You having what do the lonely do at Christmas? You may have listened to that song, or may have not spent Christmas time around people, or you may have been missing a family member or something for Christmas. I want to see snowflakes fall. I want to see Santa Claus. Somebody away at war, or you lost somebody around Christmas time. Like someone tried to really make you feel down in this holiday season, and you were watching them the whole time. Like you were already prepared for what they were about to try to do to you. So it ain't even about forgiving that person. I feel like you are so much further than just forgiving a person for how they behaved. It's like you forgive yourself for even believing in that person in the first place. And you're able to easily forgive yourself because it's like you kept your wits about you. With the Wheel of Fortune and the sacral chakra, you kept your wits about you. You stayed the course. It's almost like you're proud of your loyalty. I'm getting that. That's another reason why you're able to forgive yourself, because for one, you learned from the experience. So you didn't take no L. It's not a L as in a loss. It's a L as in a lesson, if it is a L. So any L's you take are lessons that you take from these situations. Somebody was not able to make you feel like a failure. They may have tried to, but it was actually them who fell off. It's actually them who are realizing that their tricks didn't work. It's actually them who are realizing that they look like an idiot, or they look like an asshole, or they look like the type of low down dirty dog that they actually are. The tables have turned. You know what they say, them tables always turn. So it's like somebody who thought they had an upper hand over you, actually now you have the upper hand, because while they thought that they was about to do their big one, you were watching them the whole time. You were watching them try to set a trap for you. You were watching them try to hurt your feelings. You were watching them try to do something ugly and low down and insidious and nefarious and all of those things. You sat there and watched it, and that gives you a confidence boost, because all the L's that you were taking in a relationship, they were just lessons. And at some point, you clicked into high gear. At some point, before the other person even noticed that you had the upper hand, you had the upper hand. So by the time they came in and tried to do their big one, standing you up or texting you something crazy or being rude or, trying to front on you in front of such and such and so, like by the time they were even able to do whatever little thing that they were trying to do. You in my camera shot, Jonah. By the time they tried to do whatever little thing that they were trying to do to like basically cross you and lower your self-esteem or to make you submit to them, you were already like enlightened on what was going on. And that in itself is kind of giving you this boost to move forward. It's like this time around, I don't feel like you're going to have that depressive period. You know how sometimes after you lose a person that means a lot to you, or let's say you did spend Christmas alone or something like that, it doesn't feel sad. Nothing about this energy feels sad. And it's crazy because at the root of this is the Five of Wands. It's like somebody becoming so predictable in their nonsense. It gave you the codes. Like you had the cheat codes. All the games that somebody was playing, you had the cheat code book. They had played so many games with you and they had done it so much that by the time they went to play their last game, you was like, oh, the index say I just need to turn to page 59. Something about 59, somebody age 59, 5'9". Somebody height maybe 5'9". 5'9" equals out to 14 or 5. So the numbers 5 could be relevant. The numbers 9 could be relevant. Either way. 2000, 2005, 2009, 2014, any of those. I know it's a 9-year. The last 5-year we had was what? 2021. So something about 2021 all the way up to 2025, which is a 9-year. That could be the period of time that you were talking to this person, messing with this person. That could have been when like the bulk of their games were played, whatever the case may be. By the time it came to, you know, they big one that they thought they was finna do to finally put you in your place or teach you how the game go or whatever they thought they was about to do, you were well versed. I don't even get that you're somebody who plays games. But by the time they went to, you know, by the time you went up against the final boss, they had taken you through so many levels of bullshit that you already knew what codes to hit to take them down. And it's like, you're back here now. You don't have that period of depression after a breakup this time around. You don't feel bad about yourself this time around because you've been naturally empowered and enlightened to forgive yourself, because all of the so-called L's that they tried to give you in a relationship, they taught you so many lessons that those L's came together and make a W. You've won. The tables turned. Now you feel empowered. You feel empowered because you see the game from a whole different perspective now. I'm gonna say it like that. Or what would Pimp C do? It's like you thinking a whole lot different. It's like you going back out into the dating world, or you're going back out into your career field. You're going back out of kind of a hermit phase with a whole new outlook on life. You got a whole new picture on life, because when people bring you that drama and that them games and all of that, the negging, and it's almost like, you know, all of these little podcast bros and these little sections and, you know, little corners of the dark internet and shit, where little T-app, and where people have these little secret societies of like bitter motherfuckers who want to teach, well, this is how you get a person to submit to you, and these 48 laws of power and all this bullshit, and these, you know, Luciferian principles of how to mind control. And don't none of that shit work on you no more. None of it works on you anymore, because you now have the big picture. You understand what a person about to do before they even start doing it. Because a lot of these people, they not even really pee like that. It's like they be following off what somebody told them to do. So you a follower. You really a peon. Coming to get somebody who really, through experience, you've been in them trenches. Like somebody really put you've been through it in relationships with people. You have been around these narcissists who feel like they can just do any old thing and run any old game. But the problem is they all running the same games because they all watching the same podcast. They all reading the same little books. They all doing the same little research. It's a little clip that's going around now about Chad Ochocinco talking to Shannon Sharp about a Haitian taking his girl. And he was saying that after he caught the Haitian with his girl or whatever, he went to do research and he read some books and some stuff like that. And all these hurt people reading the same books. All these hurt people listening to the same podcast. They all playing the same games. So get out of that pissy pool where they all pissing on each other. Get out of that diseased sandbox where they all throwing the same shitty dirt and, you know, diseased dirt at one another. And you get to move into a whole new place because you have a different perspective. You have a higher perspective. You've played the fool before, and you don't have no intentions of playing the fool again because you know how the game go now. You know how the game goes. Sometimes you got to go through it to come through it. It just is what it is. Like now you kind of have a pedigree about yourself. Now you have some value under your belt. You done been through some things. Not saying you know everything, and you ain't out here trying to overpower nobody else. You're not trying to pimp nobody else. You're not trying to be a master game player to nobody else, but you can see it coming now. Two of Wands, you can see that shit before it even pull up. You see what's happening because you've been through it. Temperance. And your experience through it is what brought you into this period of enlightenment. The enlightenment is what is fueling your ability to forgive yourself for the time wasted. It really ain't even no waste of time, really, because that was just what it took. That was your boot camp, really. And what you're on the precipice of, the Most High God will take you through something, through the dark side. Just call it the dark night of the soul. If it's in terms of relationships, you've been through your relationship dark night of the soul. So now every relationship that you get into, henceforth, or your very next relationship, if you've actually learned what all you're supposed to learn, it'll be the one that provides for you what it is that you need. It'll be the one that's right there on target. It'll be the one that, you get the positivity. You are actually aligned with the person because now you have alignment within. The whole time this person was playing games, they were just training up that part of you that needed to be trained so that it can be strong enough to value yourself in any all circumstances. Now you strong enough where you won't let nobody else put you back in no hangman position because you already know what's going on. You'll be in control of your hangman position, meaning anytime where you feel like you don't have clarity about somebody, you are now in charge of how long you sit back and try to grant them a grace period to get understanding. You are in charge of how many times you forgive a person. And it's like, once you decide, okay, well, I've forgiven you, but I don't want nothing to do with it no more. These are my boundaries, Four of Coins. Now you set your strong boundaries. And again, if I don't understand which way you're going with it, I'll give you a little grace period to try to make yourself clear. But if I see you playing games, it's deuces. And that's where it is with it now. Like, you're not afraid to walk away anymore. With the Fool card, it's like, it's up for you. Your relationships is all good with you. You forgive yourself more than you worrying about forgiving another person. They wanted you to be in a place of always having to go back and forth within yourself, or should I forgive this person? Should I do this? Because you know how to give the grace on the front end. You know what I'm saying? You know how to give it up front, and you give the person enough time to, okay, well, maybe they had such and such happen. Oh, well, maybe they don't understand. So let me tell them my boundaries, or well, maybe this and that. After like that third maybe, it's like, okay, this person playing games with me. I'm gonna go ahead and chuck the deuces. I'm gonna go ahead and just walk away from that. And that's where you at right now. Like, you don't mind walking away from a person. You've learned enough where the sooner you get out, the better. I tell folks, block early and often. Give them just enough grace to, all right, you got about 3 seconds to make some sense of what you're doing before you get cut off. And if they can't make no sense of what they're doing, then you don't need to be around that person no ways, because that's somebody who don't have that balance within themselves. And we're taking it right back to the beginning. That's a balance you got to have within yourself if you can expect anybody else. Before you can expect anybody else to bring you balance, you got to have balance within yourself. And it's looking like somebody is able to forgive themselves for the chaos that they went through, all the gaslighting that you went through, all the narcissistic abuse from a karmic twin flame that you endured. You're able to forgive yourself, so you don't have that depressed feeling this holiday season. You're excited about moving into a new year. You already planning what sparkly dress you're going to wear to the New Year's party so that you can be somewhere kissing on somebody else at midnight. It's like, you don't have no problem moving on no more. Your favorite thing to do is leave. I tell people all the time, my favorite pastime is leaving. I will get the fuck up the road. I don't mind leaving nobody and nothing. Like, because if you're not going to love on me, you're not good for me, what I need to stay for? What I'm not in the business of holding down nothing. I ain't keeping nobody who don't want to be kept. And that's what you've learned. So the sun will come out tomorrow. You have stepped into tomorrow. You are now actively creating your future. That's that precipice energy. It's like you're always excited about what's to come next, because you don't have to be afraid of nothing. You don't have to carry no PTSD. You don't have to be scarred or fearful of relationships, or you're not jaded. You're not carrying around a whole bunch of baggage. You're free. Look at these angels on that fool. You're free as a fool, free to fly, free to do whatever you want to do. In relationships, you have your self-worth. All the games they played did not break you. They educated you. This person taught you the game for free. All of this money that folks be paying to get into these little secret groups, and they be paying for the premium prescriptions for these ads and apps and stuff like that, and buying these ebooks and all this premium access to Patreons and podcasts and all that bullshit. Somebody gave you the game for free. All you had to do was just, got a few dates out of that person, maybe you got a little fellatio out of that person, whatever you got out of the connection, whatever kept you in the connection for as long as it kept you, you got that. So even swap, no swindle. They played their little games thinking they were going to get control. They did not get control. You ended up with the control. You usurped their power and ended up on top. You got the upper hand now because can't nobody play with you the way that person played with you, because they just basically gave you the whole game for free. Talking about the game is to be sold, not told. Somebody showed they whole hand and got folded. So yeah, that's the reading. You good. Go out and have fun. Somebody got plans to go to some type of New Year's party, or you got some type of social events planned. You have a lot of things, coming down the pipeline. You have a lot of plans to get things in action. I know things are moving a little slower because people be closed in the holiday season, but it's like you got a full planner or a full agenda of what you want to do when outside open back up. It's kind of giving like 2020 energy. I guess that's where that 2021 came in at. When outside open back up, it's like now you feel like the world is opening back up to you. It's like somebody is coming out of their shell and they're coming out this bright, shiny pearl. Because, the dirt that somebody tried to throw on you, the ugliness that people tried to give you, is like you were able to, penetrate through that. You were able to catch the patterns in it, and they were not able to subdue you or leave you in a broken, depressed state of submission. You're rising. The winter solstice energy, the North Star and the wise men, your wisdom is kicked in. All that repetition, somebody kept doing stuff and you got wise to it. Now you big boss, can't nobody play on your top. That means that now you are open to relationships where you actually align with people, because the folks that try to play on your top, you're gonna get rid of them quick, and what's left is the people who you actually align with. So it's natural. That self-forgiveness is natural. You don't even have to worry about going back and forth with yourself about nothing, because you are grateful for your experiences. The hard times, you snuggle up with your hard times. You snuggle up with your harsh experiences, because you like, you know what? If it wasn't for these harsh times, I wouldn't be as smart as I am now. Or if I hadn't went through that with so-and-so, with this ex and that knucklehead karmic, then I wouldn't be as wise as I am, or I wouldn't know how to appreciate love if I had not, experienced game playing. I would still be green out here. Somebody ain't green no more. You ain't green no more. You know what the fuck going on, and you value yourself. You don't hold nothing against yourself. It's all self-love within. That means you are about to manifest self-love without, meaning somebody who will love you the same way you love yourself. All right. See you on the next one.